my god, it's so cold outside. Woo!
Gay!
Woo! Baby! So, boys and girls, I have finally done it. I have got myself a new car. About a month ago now, I said I was going to get a new car, but I've had to get one even sooner because my car that I've got now has just broken down. And what has happened to it is that the fifth gear has gone. It is gone! So unfortunately, just before Christmas, of course, I've had to get a new car. And that car, as a lot of people on my Instagram guessed correctly, is a Honda Civic. But not just any old Honda Civic. Oh yes, Honda Civic VTEC.
What about Honda Civics? They make really cool whooshing noises. You're gay?
All joking aside though, it is a beautiful car. Like that lovely Christmas tree. So how are we all doing, boys and girls? It is your boy Spiky here. And today we're going to be talking about what you need to know about the Benelli TNT 125. Okay, but first of all, I have to get a thumbnail shot here. I've got to. That looks so amazing. Oh my god, guys and girls, this is so creepy. Literally, this full beam on this bike is pretty rubbish. Like, the full beam on this bike is pointing out to sea, and then I've got a weird headlight coming towards me. I don't know what it is. Is it a bike? Is it a car? What on earth is that? Oh no, it's a couple of people walking. That's so strange. A couple of dog walkers. Wow. I think this is how people get abducted by aliens, because they end up going to weird places like this in the middle of the night with just themselves and a really crap light, and then they get abducted. But as the title goes, I'm here to talk about the top 5 things that you need to know before you end up buying this bike. But one of the things that people ask me the most about this bike, and it's probably the most for any other bike out there, and that is, what is the top speed? How fast can your bike go? And the fastest I've ever been on this bike is 73 miles per hour. Now, it might not sound like much, but for a 125, that is pretty damn good. Now, I have got an aftermarket exhaust on it, and that makes no difference whatsoever. It is still 73, and it was 73 from stock as well. Look at this. How cool is this? Oh, look at that, that's like a creepy chapel. Oh no, we're in front of a graveyard.
Oh, hell no!
Nothing beats a creepy ass graveyard. Look at that though. You see that now? You can see my shadow. It's 2 puppets. Puppets. See that? Oh yeah, look at the dance moves we've got. Oh, dance moves here. Oh, a bit of that. I can't even see if there's anything there. I can't see it. That's such a big graveyard as well. Look at that. 2 puppets. Oh, cheeky dance moves here. That is creepy. Oh wow. How cool is that? I've just noticed you can have both. You can have low beam on, you can have low beam on, high beam on, and high beam and low beam on. Oh my god! I have just been slagging this light off, and it's just become so useful. How cool is that? How did I not know that feature before? I've owned this bike for over a year and I've just realised it. So a top tip, if you get this bike, You've got low beam, high beam, and low... Oh, no. High beam? Oh.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
High beam and low beam! Wow! Very good! Let's keep that on anyway. That looks like a very good setting. That is actually such a good light now. I do apologise, Benelli. Okay, I am impressed now, and I do apologise. That is a very good light. It lights up everything. So what went from lighting up nothing and not being a very good light, it has become the most epic light of all time. What are these guys doing down here? Why are they reversing? Wait, why you got your lights on so high? What are you doing, dude? What's this guy doing? Don't know what they're up to. So the second thing I get asked the most is reliability. Is this bike reliable? And I have to say now from personal experience that yes, it is. It is a very reliable bike. I have not really had any problems with it whatsoever. Now the third thing I get asked the most about this bike is how good is it with fuel? I have done over 135 miles on one tank of petrol. And to be fair, that wasn't even full to the brim. You know, maybe if I filled it to the brim, it probably would have been more than that. And I do rag this bike. I guess what I'm saying here is it depends on how you ride and how full your tank is. And from empty, this tank cost around about £6.50 to fill, which is nothing. Look at these beautiful lights! It's Christmas! Now the fourth thing I get asked about this bike is can it do wheelies? Yes, it can. It can do wheelies. And not only that, it can also do burnouts and stoppies. It really doesn't have a problem with doing it. It's just such a light bike and it's so much fun to ride. So if you're thinking of getting this bike to start stunting, then it's definitely worth getting. Now the fifth most asked question I get on this bike is, does it have many modifications? Now honestly, when I first started, it didn't. It really did not have any modifications whatsoever. But since owning this bike over a year now, modifications have started to flow a lot more. And there is a hell of a lot more out there. And thanks to the Americans, there probably will be even more mods out there in the future. Because if you take the Grom for example, the Americans really did get the modding scene going for the Grom. And it is what it is today, which is pretty awesome. Now I see a hell of a lot more out there now for these bikes, like stunt pegs and everything else, which is pretty cool. But those have been the top 5 things that I get asked most about this bike. If you have liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't yet smashed that bell end yet, give that bell end a good old smash, because it'll notify you of any more videos coming up in the future. And I'll definitely see you again very soon. Bye!